Hi there, it's Carrie from Stamp with CT. Happy Wednesday. I'm excited to be with y'all today. And I will wait just a second to see who can hop on. So if you're catching this part of the video, you're probably catching the replay, watching it on YouTube. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you stopping by. Please say hello. Good morning. Hi, Debbie. So we are creating Valentines today. I have to tell you guys, as I was getting ready to go live, I had everything ready and dropped my phone right before I put it in the holder. That's always fun, right? Hello. So glad you're here. So this morning, we're going to jump right in. I do have some things I'd like to share with you before we do our crafting. Not the way I typically do it, but I like to mix things up with you. So I've got lots going on in the craft room today and this week. Friday is the deadline to register for stamp class. And I wanted to share the products that we're going to be using in stamp class because it's an out of publication collection. It's called All Together. And you see it here. It's just so exciting. So I wanted to share what I'm going to be using and let you know that there's still time to register for stamp class. So it is $20 or free with a minimum order. And I do that in my Facebook group called CT's Craft and Connect. So anybody can watch the videos, but if you would like the class packet, just let me know and you can register one of those two ways. So this, like I said, is an out of publication collection. Lots of options with this collection, but I'm really excited about it for several different reasons. So you can actually choose to purchase everything that you see here with one item code, or you could, let's say, decide to purchase the stamp set and dies. These are really, really awesome. I'm so excited about the sweet, kind sentiments that are in this stamp set, the little heart hands and the pinky promise, and then you've got dies that coordinate with those images. You've got a die that says here for you and a die that says you matter, and then a little sweet little heart. So this is a great bundle. Now in stamp class, a lot of times what I try to do is make sure you don't necessarily have to have the stamp set that I'm using. We're able to use the dies to really make the cards fun. In the designer series paper, you can substitute your stamps if you don't have this set. But I can't stamp for you. That's one of Stampin' Up's rules. Let's take a look at the black and white designer series paper. I'll flip through these quickly because this is a 6x6 paper stack, 48 sheets in a package. Aren't those images awesome? I love when we have black and white designer series paper. It just really lends itself to so much fun. Little sweethearts. Stripes are always great. This is a fun design as well. Let me show you the other side. I love this paper so much. Demonstrators were able to pre-order this in January, and I've already gone through a couple packages doing swaps and prepping for team meeting. This is what we're using for team meeting this week for our make and takes and for stamp class. So stamp class will be next Saturday. I think that's the 19th. Isn't this fun? I love this paper. So it's amazing. So you may just decide, I'd rather just have the paper. The other huge component to this suite are the Stampin' blends, and they come in the natural tones. I'm really, really excited about these. This is something we've been missing for a while, is skin tone markers. These are our alcohol markers. They're super easy to use. I love them. Normally they come in a 2-pack that has a light and dark of the color. This time they're tones, so they're natural tones meant to be like skin colors, which is awesome. But also think about coloring animals with these too. What else you can do with these? Awesome, awesome colors. You can actually right now get all 10 of the markers with one item code. So I'll share that. I'll edit the description when I get done with the video so that you have that right at your fingertips if this is something you're interested in. Now, if you do stamp class with us on the 19th and you don't have the blends, that's okay. You can color with any coloring medium that you have and that you love. or just leave the images black and white. I think that's fine too. Let's talk a little bit about our giveaway. So today I have a package of the Simply Marvelous Designer Series paper, part of Celebration. This will be our giveaway for the week. And so all you have to do to be entered for a chance to win is just leave a comment, hit that thumbs up, hit that heart button. That just lets me know that you're engaged with me, that you like my content, and so that enters you for a chance for the giveaway each week. I really appreciate you guys and your support. So I love doing this, having a little giveaway each week. Now last week I had the classic matte dots as our giveaway. So these are going to go out to Tommy Elliott. Congratulations, Tommy. If you will, please send me your address so I can get those in the mail to you. Okay, I think that's it for our housekeeping. Now it's time to craft. So I need to make, oh gosh, what did I figure? About 60 Valentines. I like to take Valentines or little treats to work, and Dale likes to do that as well. So we need about 60. So I thought, wouldn't it be fun just to make some Valentines with y'all? We have the beautiful suite of products from Sweet Talk. So super, super cute designer series paper. And this one is so much fun because it has so many different colors that we can pull from it. So this stripe shows, I think, all of them. You've got Blushing Bride and Petal Pink, Real Red, Pool Party, so Saffron, Granny Apple Green, Highland Heather. So many colors. And we're going to use, I think, all of them today. This is, well, let me show you the stamps and dies right quick. My dies are kind of all over the place, but you'll get the idea. This is a really fun set. It's got a great little envelope die and also a tag die that's part of it. We're not using those today. I had a bunch of hearts that were already cut out from stamp class in January that I wanted to use up. So I didn't even really cut anything for the projects in this video, but wanted you to see super cute tag die and super cute envelope die, and then tons of hearts. So many things that you can do with these dies. And then also the super cute coordinating stamp set. Now we're going to be using quite a few of the stamps today. So I'll go ahead and bring in my sample for you. And again, I already had these hearts cut, so this really kind of was my jumping off point. I wanted to use these hearts up, and I knew I needed to make lots of Valentines. So believe it or not, for a Valentine card, we are using a Granny Apple Green card base, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then I've got a piece of So Saffron cardstock underneath there. It's 5 1/4 by 4 inches. A strip of designer series paper that's 5 1/4 by 2 inches. Then this Highland Heather cardstock is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. This other piece of designer series paper is 3 inches by 3 inches. So this paper is a 12 by 12 stack. So if you wanted to recreate these cards with any Valentine paper that you have, or really any designer series paper, this is a great way to really utilize your paper and get a lot of mileage out of your paper. So you can make lots and lots of cards this way. So then on the inside, I've got a basic white panel that's 5 1/4 by 4 inches, and I did a little stamping Granny Apple Green and Pool Party hearts on the inside. I thought that turned out really, really cute. So this is our sample. Just used a couple of the hearts I already die cut, and then put Happy Valentine's Day, and of course pulled in, I'm sure you can see that shiny, pulled in those iridescent rhinestones that I love so much. They're not available right now, but they should be back in stock next week. So if you don't have any yet, next week you'll be able to get your hands on them. So we're actually going to create a couple of different cards today. We're going to be using that same layout though. This time I'm grabbing a piece of Pool Party to be our card base. So we're going to go from really non-traditional all the way to some more traditional Valentines. I went ahead and did my stamping here with Highland Heather and Real Red. Thought that turned out really cute. I love the look of those hearts stamped across the bottom. That just, it really makes me happy. You know that my crafty resolution was to try to do more stamping on the inside of my cards, and I'm loving it. Really am. Y'all have influenced me, so I appreciate that. I think it adds a little touch. Okay, then we've got a piece of Petal Pink cardstock, and we've got a cute piece of this designer series paper. Now, I think these hearts go all different ways, so we'll go ahead and adhere this on. Having glue trouble. My craft room is nice and warm. It's still kind of chilly outside, but gosh, nothing like it was last week. Now this is going to be all the way over to the edge. So let's put this panel on the front of our card. So I did a little bit of work ahead of time because I knew we were going to be making so many projects today. I think I've got 4. Well, we're making 3 plus the sample. So thanks for hanging with me while we make some Valentines. I love being able to take a little something. You'll probably get some little candy bars to take up to work. Same thing for Dale. It just makes people happy, and it's just not that hard. So I say do it. We've got a piece of real red cardstock that I'm backing this designer series paper with. And again, those hearts go all different ways. Excuse me. And then we'll just add this to the front. But these color combos, y'all, I am way outside of my comfort zone with these color combos today, but you just pull them from your designer series paper and it will work. Trying to make sure I get that somewhat straight, somewhat even. Ooh, that pattern's kind of playing tricks on my eyes. Let me try to line up a little bit with my, I didn't grab any grid paper. I'm going to try to use the lines on my tabletop. Now, let's go ahead and grab some dimensionals because we're going to add these hearts, and we're going to keep it super simple on the outside of the card. Just going to put a little bit of glue, and we'll add these hearts. And that's all I'm going to do. I can write Happy Valentine's Day on the inside. Put this one this way. Just kind of nestle them. That one's adorable. We need some iridescent rhinestones in our life, don't we? These are just so much fun. They're so shiny, so pretty. We'll use a couple big ones on this card. How's that sound? They come in 3 different sizes. Okay. I can't even tell you how many of these rhinestones I've used already. They're beautiful. They just pick up and are just so shiny. I love them. Okay, so there's card number 2. Let's make another one. We're going to get a little bit more towards what you would probably traditionally think of for Valentine's Day. Well, maybe a little bit. I've got some green hearts in there, don't I? Got same basic supplies. I've got stuff everywhere. So this is a Highland Heather card base that we're using this time. And I had a little bit different idea for the inside this time. We're going to grab the inside panel. I'm trying to remember. I think that these are the ones I planned to use on the inside. Again, these are just hearts that I had left over from class. And I thought, wouldn't this be fun just to adhere them across the bottom? So I'm just using up these hearts, y'all. I love to, when I cut too many of something, I just put them in a little clear envelope and I put them with my dies. so that I don't forget to use them. That way, if I think I need to die cut some hearts, and I've already got them cut and they're in that envelope, I find them when I go to pull those dies out. I'm going to use the green one. Granny Apple Green Heart. And I just think that's such a great way to use up things that you've already got ready. That's darling. We'll add that to the inside. So think about adding some die cuts to the inside of your card. That's fun. This definitely reminds me of those little conversation heart candies. We talked about that during stamp class in January. And Dale actually at the store found me some of those. I didn't think they made them anymore. They were Brock's though, in the cute little box. So this time we'll use a piece of the striped designer series paper. This is one of my favorite pieces from this package. And I love using the Highland Heather as a Valentine color. So fun, and it really looks pretty with the real red. Just layer this up on the front and let me try to get it straight. Hope you're going to get some time to craft today. I need to make some swaps. There's another really exciting collection of products coming that you'll see next month. Super excited about. Okay. Now for this one, I'm going to adhere this down, and you could really use either side of this designer series paper, but I think that these little hearts are so cute. Gives you lots of colors. Oh, and I'll show you. This was kind of a happy accident, but this one says BFF. That's cute. I'm going to need to bring in one of those other hearts that I put aside. I may have used the wrong heart, but it's going to work out. So we'll go ahead and add this little piece. And again, I love using the cardstock that's 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 so that I can use designer series paper that's 3 by 3. Really get lots of pieces of designer series paper, lots of cards out of a 12 by 12 piece. I know that line's not completely straight, but I want to get this lined up as best I can. I just used white in the background on this one. Got a little bit of glue on my fingers. I thought that looked cute. Okay, this time, I think what we're going to do is maybe pop up our hearts with a dimensional on each one. If I can get my dimensionals going here. So you can see how quick and easy it is to make lots of Valentines. So if you need to make a lot also, try this layout. It's really fun. Now this time we're going to take these little hearts and just go down the side of this panel with the different color hearts. Isn't that darling just by itself? But let's take it a step further. I think that I do. Oh, dimensional backs everywhere in my life. Let's grab a little scrap of basic white cardstock. Grab my piercing mat because I'm using a photopolymer stamp. And even though Highland Heather is the purple in this paper, I'm grabbing Gorgeous Grape because Highland Heather, when I tried stamping it and getting a sentiment, it was just a little bit too light. And rather than pull out my Stamparatus and stamp it a couple different times, I just grabbed Gorgeous Grape because it's still going to work really well. It's going to look good with what we're doing here. Now, move that. And I'm just going to come in and I'm going to cut around my letters. So let me just cut it off of this piece first. And we're going to cut these words apart. We're doing sentiment surgery. That's a new term I just learned. The demonstrator that I heard say that, I'm trying to remember who it was. She was cutting her stamps. Now I don't think I can do that. I cut my stamps apart, but I can cut my sentiments apart. So this is my kind of sentiment surgery. Get those scraps out of the way. And then we're actually going to come in between the words and just snip very carefully so I don't cut myself. Okay. And we're going to take these, add just the tiniest bit of glue, and we'll say happy. And I want it to be whimsical, so it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. And we'll say happy Valentines. And day. Isn't that darling? I really love this one. That turned out cute. Okay, you know what it needs though. Gotta find my take your pick tool. Bring in those iridescent rhinestones, and this time let's use some of the smaller ones. And I think I may actually even come in on that one heart for sure. Maybe up here on the Designer Series paper, I definitely want to bring some attention to that little purple heart. And we'll use a medium, maybe right up here. Oops. I lost it. Oh, no I didn't. It's on my finger. The other day, Oliver had his sweater on, and he had, I think it was a matte black dot on his sweater. The funniest story is one night when we were laying in bed and Dale felt something on his leg, and when he looked down at it, it was a pearl. So, look how cute. I love this one. Really, really cute. Okay, one more. This time we're gonna go a little bit more traditional colors though. So I've got all my supplies ready here. You're gonna recognize all these sizes of paper, aren't you? This time we will use a real red card base. So we're gonna make this one a more, traditional. That's the word I'm searching for. And I'm trying to remember what I thought I would do on the inside. Let me go ahead and put these outside pieces on while I think. So really, I think these are turning out super cute. A great way to make Valentines. If you love to do multiples and you want them to all look alike, it's a great layout. But if you want to make them a little bit more individualized, make them a little more special for people, you can do that too. Just using this fun layout. And really this would work for birthday cards, Christmas cards. This would be a great layout for Christmas cards, any type of cards that you need to make. And are you limited to the square to be your focal image? Absolutely not. You could do whatever you want. We have great heart punches, that scalloped heart and then regular heart punch. That would be really cute in place of this square. Let's go ahead and add this. Getting a little crazy with my glue, huh? I love this layout. And again, super fun color combo. Okay, so I pulled out the pink and the red heart that I wanted to use this time. But let me think here. I think I'm going to pull back in my scrap of basic white, and I grabbed the postage stamp punch because I have an idea for this one. There is a stamp in this stamp set that to me looks like it's kind of like the cancellation when you mail an envelope. So let me see here. I'm going to bring back in my piercing mat. I love using this when I'm using photopolymer so that I get a really good impression when I stamp. It just adds that cushion that those photopolymer stamps need. Okay, so I'm going to come right about here so you can see these little stripes. To me, that makes me think of the cancellation mark. Cute. And then, I think what I'm going to do, still thinking, sometimes we do, sometimes we just craft on the fly, don't we? Trying to think. Oh, I just got red ink all over my thumb. Must not have cleaned that stamp from earlier. Let's do that right quick with my chamois. Okay. I'm realizing this may be a little bit longer video this time, but I think that's okay. Y'all don't mind that from time to time, do you? And then let's bring in just maybe a couple of these little hearts. Yep, and I don't have my piercing mat, but we're going to go with it. I love these. I think that they truly are meant to not be super perfect little hearts. That's cute. I think that's all I'm going to do. Okay, and I don't think I'm going to end up needing the red heart. I think I'm just going to use the pink. I don't even know where, there's the red heart. Okay, crafting on the fly, y'all. Let's put this panel on the inside. Now you could certainly stamp a sentiment if you wanted to. I don't think I'm going to this time. I think they can kind of tell from all the hearts that it's a Valentine card, right? Yeah, I don't know that I did the greatest job of stamping those inside hearts, but what is that called? They're just kind of, what is that called? Can't think of it. It'll come to me. They're just kind of, you get the gist that those are hearts. They're very pretty. Okay, we're going to come in with our little postage stamp. I think we're going to add this heart over to the side. So let's go ahead and add a little bit of glue here. Crafting on the fly, y'all. I don't know if the post office still has the love stamp that they had for so many years. Okay. And let's pop this up. I think that'll be fun. And then of course you know what it's going to need. It's going to need a rhinestone. Okay, let's add a rhinestone, and we are done with 4 cards. I think we'll go with the medium size for this one. And I'll put it here on the heart. Okay, well, let me pull these back in so that you can see them all. And if you have a favorite, let me know which one it is. I'm really happy with them. They all have their own little unique look, and I love that you can decorate the front however you want and mix it up a little bit. Or if you love a certain one, you can just recreate that one. Okay, thanks for spending some time with me today to craft and connect. I hope to see you again next Wednesday. And don't forget to check YouTube this Friday. About 7:30 in the morning is when I post our Friday Finding Inspiration video for you. And I've got a fun one this week. Talk to you soon.